Todd.
Matt, what's up, bro?
Another beautiful day. What's up with you?
Same. I was looking at a flip. I just ran in the office, so sorry I'm late. I'm almost late.
Almost. Where's the flip at?
What's that?
Where's the flip?
It's in New Hudson.
New Hudson.
It's like South Lyon Schools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking crazy. I love it.
Yeah, I like that area. I haven't really been down that way in a while though.
Yeah, we're doing a kitchen, a couple baths, all new flooring, recessed lights throughout. You know,
Hell yeah.
it's gonna be nice. So Lorraine, you said you're new?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
I'm here to learn.
Okay. Cool. Well, ask any questions if you have any.
Okay.
I'm gonna type in my information in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
I have a YouTube channel with some other meetings that we taped in the before, so you could go to that also. And then I got a Facebook page, Facebook page or group, TC Deals Detroit.
I can't listen to this white man talk the whole time. I'm gonna kill myself.
Lord.
I love it. I'm gonna be talking the whole time unless you talk with me.
Oh, can y'all hear me though?
Yep.
All right, bet. This is new.
Yep. We're gonna get started in a few minutes. Get a few people on here. If anyone has any wins or anything to talk about regarding wholesaling or any questions, that's what I'm here for.
Okay, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do I get to the chat?
Okay. Usually on I guess where it says participants, share screen, security, there's a thing that says chat. You could click on that. Do you see that?
I do not.
All right, click like one of the three dots or something like that you might have on. I'm not sure what your screen looks like.
Okay, I see it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cool. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. All right, guys. We'll get started here. I'll just introduce myself. I got two other guys that I usually do the Zoom with. Michael Heater, he's not going to be with us tonight, and Carson Demick. They're both out of the Genesee County, Flint area. And I'm not sure if he's going to be here or not. I know he had a closing. But again, my name's Todd Chun. I'm from the Detroit area. That's where I mainly wholesale. And really I wholesale in Oakland County, Wayne County, Macomb County, and Genesee County. Those are my 4 counties. And I've been working for years, been wholesaling for 4 years, been in the business for 20 years, in the mortgage business. And I've been working the auctions for years, the foreclosure weekly auctions. Of course, that's not going on right now because of the COVID. I can't wait to get back on that. Yeah, here comes Carson. And so this is Zoom meeting is every Wednesday. Hey, Carson, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Great, great.
Sweet.
Yeah, this Zoom meeting is, it's live talk. We talk about wholesaling, try to help people out, answer any questions. And we are definitely not attorneys, CPAs, and we're just going to show you our experience and answer any questions that, just because the way we do it doesn't mean it's the way you should do it. You just maybe take a few things that we say that might help you and, or tell us a few things that might help us also. So, and that's who I am. Carson, you want to introduce yourself, sir?
Sure, man. So I wholesale. I've been wholesaling for about 2 years. Met Todd about 2 years ago before I'd even closed my first deal. And now I'm doing it full time. I've got 4 rehabs going on right now, 1 flip and 3 I'm keeping as rentals. So I'm kind of shifting into that game as well. That's about it though. I mean, I'm kind of just at the point where I need to start hiring and building systems and trying to scale because I'm kind of maxed out on my own time. I can only do so much. I'm kind of realizing that. So I interviewed a VA today and been working on that, but that's where I'm at now. So it's been a crazy year so far. I think Todd, you, me, and Mike, it's been just amazing year so far. Even 2020 was great. So I'm excited for the rest of it.
For sure. How many rentals do you have?
I'm at least 10 to 12. And then I got that one in Pontiac today, the subject too.
And that's a 3-unit, right?
It could be the bottom units. It's just a basement. I don't know if you could, it's got a bathroom in it and a bedroom. So you probably could rent it out, but that's going to be on the same meter as the main floor. So I would probably just leave that as storage. I don't know. Who knows?
Or you rent it out to the main floor and let them use that and charge more rent,
Yep. Yeah. So I'm excited about that one. I don't know. I might end up wholesaling it, but it'd be kind of a cool one. I mean, because they're going to be paying down $1,200 a month on my mortgage once I get tenants in there. So even though I'm only cash flowing $400 or $500 a month, that's with a property management company. So I'm hands off. I'm like 20, 30K invested into it. And every month I'm gaining almost $1,400 between equity and cash flow, after interest and everything. So it's really not if you take that into consideration, I make my money back in 2 years. And then I don't even have to worry about it. And then I'll be able to sell it in 10 years and the mortgage will be halfway paid off and I'll make 60 grand when I sell it, something like that. So that's kind of the plan.
Sweet. Do you have a deal you want to talk about? Something? Another deal?
You can go first, man. I'm gonna grab some water.
Yeah, sure. All right. I have this one was me and Michael Heater was working this one together and we got a deal in Hazel Park and he got it under contract on Monday of last week. And we went and looked at it right away and we closed it. What is today? I don't even know what on Monday of this week. So it was, so Monday to Monday, and we got it under contract for, there's a tired landlord in Hazel Park, which is a hot area. And I had a pocket buyer for that area. So we got under contract for 55,000, sold it for 75,000. And it went smooth. We made a quick 10 grand each, So that was a really good one. And it had a renter in it and they really don't want the renter in it. And the renter decided they want to move. So that was good. He gave his 30-day notice yesterday. And so they're going to fix and flip it. And that's it. Yeah, Michael Heater got it. And I brought the buyer. And like I said, it was a pocket buyer. We were able to close it pretty fast. So from Monday to Monday. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he was telling me about that one that seemed like it happened pretty quick.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I mean that place in Pontiac, I already kind of talked about that. I closed a 10-pack first of this month, and I wasn't on the last meeting, so I didn't get a chance to talk about it. But I ended up, so I found the deal through my contractor because my contractor works in my office or out of my office, and he knew a guy who was looking to sell 10 rentals, and so the guy kept coming into the office and they kept negotiating. I would listen to them negotiate, like I just wanted to hear, what they're talking about. And then one day he came, the seller came into the office, and I was talking to my contractor, and I was like, dude, why don't you just let me wholesale these? And so he was like, sure, like, let's just wholesale them, because he couldn't come to an agreement for a land contract with the seller. And so we had to, this is my first time ever doing over like a 3-pack. I bought a 3-pack once. I've only wholesaled like maybe 2 at a time. But anyway, so it was a learning curve for sure. They're all tenant occupied. We had to go look at each house, run numbers on each house, and with like low end rentals, I'm selling it based off a cap rate and the ROI. So I had to run numbers on each rental. I wrote down, how much taxes are per year, per month, how much insurance would be, how much the tenants are paying. And then I had to go take pictures of each and every house, makes a bunch of Dropbox folders, because the buyer who bought it for me was out of state. So he never, to this day, has still never seen the houses. And he's bought like 13 from me in the past 4 months. Never seen any of them. So, I wanted to do as much due diligence as I could, because if something's wrong with these houses, it's going to come back on me. And I want to have a long-standing relationship with this guy. So, I was very upfront with him. I got on a Zoom call with him and showed him all the properties. Was like, this is wrong with this one. This one has a crack in the foundation. And he said, they're really solid houses, so he wanted them all. And we got them for $27,000 a house and sold them for $34,000 a house. So it was a $70,000 spread. And the guy who found the deal, we just split it. So we each made 35 grand. And he's brought me, we're going to look at another 10-pack Friday, and he's got an 18 unit we're looking at. Like, he's been bringing me a ton of deals because he realized like how easily I closed that for him and how quickly I closed that. So he's trying to get another one going because, he's not making 35 grand doing construction work. So, and this, he's not strictly a contractor. I shouldn't say that, he does other things. He owns rentals as well, but still, it was a good chunk of change for both of us. So that was exciting. I mean, if you consider that one deal, that's definitely the biggest deal I've ever closed, 35,000 net to me. And, I spent a good amount of time on it, but no money marketing to the seller, obviously, and made 35 grand. And I met the buyer at a networking event. So it's just an awesome deal. And the buyer's happy, seller's super happy. They want to sell us more. So it's just an awesome deal altogether.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah.
Those 10 packs are not easy, or anything like that, but it looked like it worked well. Hey,
Yeah.
Lorraine, you have a question?
Yes. So I have a couple of questions. First, I want to see how can I work with you guys to learn the process.
Where you, what area are you in?
I am in Warren.
Okay. My office is in White Lake. It's really not that far. I mean, you're more than welcome to come to my office. I'm here all the time, and I got other people that come in, and we're always working together. What are you doing right now with wholesaling? Are you doing anything?
No. So I'm trying to get into it, and as I explained to Maupin, I spoke with Maupin. I was telling him that I talked to a realtor, and she referred me to you all. She told me to reach out to other realtors and stuff like that to see how I can learn the process so I can get started in real estate.
I got you. What do you think, Carson?
I mean, you have to decide, like, do you want to be a realtor or a wholesaler, or do you know what wholesaling is? Do you understand wholesaling?
So I'm just now learning what is what, because honestly, I thought that all of it went together, to be honest with you. I do understand now that it's a lot of different things that I would have to learn. So that's why I'm a hands-on person. I'm really trying to get more involved in seeing how I can learn the process.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way, like as far as being hands-on. You're not gonna the best way to learn is gonna be just to go to the office with Todd. That's how I learned. Literally 2 years ago, we have videos of me cold calling in his office, and like it's funny to listen to him because I didn't know what I was doing. But that's how I learned. I mean, that's how people learn now. Because I'm local to Flint, so I have people coming into my office all the time that want to learn. I would first of all research wholesaling a little bit, look into it more, get some good like knowledge about it. Because if you're gonna go to the office with Todd, like he's gonna just tell you to cold call pretty much. And that's the best entry way of marketing into real estate. Just the best entry into real estate in general, because you learn how to talk to sellers, and you just learn all the right questions to ask on the phone. And then you get off the phone with them and you're asking Todd, is this house worth any money? Like, should I pursue this? And then boom, you just got a $10,000 deal. Like, that happens. So, but really the best way to learn is just by doing it. So being able to have somebody, I would tell you to come to Flint, White Lake's closer, have somebody like Todd that you can cold call with and bounce questions off while you're doing it, because you're not going to know what you're doing, most likely.
Okay.
That's the best way there's really no other better way to learn unless you want to spend 10 grand on a course or something. Which I would recommend.
No, I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah. So I would just start with that. And like I said, research too, wholesaling, learn a little bit about it. Realtors, I'm not a realtor myself, but they're a little bit more like, they do a lot of friends and family, and they do like, oh, I'll list your property. This wholesaling is more like business. It's way more marketing, it seems like, and less fluff, but you can make a ton of money either way. So it just kind of depends which one you like. Like if you love showing people houses and you want to walk through pretty houses all day, then be a realtor. If you want to be doing sales and negotiations and running numbers and doing deals with Todd, then, do wholesaling. But I would do some research on it. And then either way, Todd's office is at a brokerage that you could hang your license with if you wanted to go the realtor route too.
Okay. I don't have a license, that's for sure. I have another question though.
Okay.
So, do you guys work with upcoming construction companies or no?
Do we work with upcoming construction companies?
Yes.
Just depends what they do. I mean, I don't personally. I have my own crews that work full time for me. I know Todd's got people. We mainly wholesale, so we don't do a ton of work on properties.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
could go,
opposed to it.
you could go to different, there's all kinds of Facebook groups. Go to some local Facebook groups that are investor Facebook groups, and you can pitch the person or you or whoever can pitch the business, out there. And I'm sure quite a few people are gonna contact you, tell them what you specialize in, and you come out and look at it and give them a price and do a good job. And before you know it, your name will be, people will start referring you out and things like that. So.
Hey, awesome. I'll be sure to relay that to my husband because he's in a construction company on business. So,
Nice.
Yeah, get on some Facebook groups. That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for answering my question.
For sure, 100%. All right. Hey, Bud, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Todd. I'm good. Good to see you, man. Yeah. I tried to log in last week, but for some reason it wasn't working, but I'm good now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, everyone, Bud's a buyer out of New York. And he has some rentals here. How many rentals you got, Bud?
Total 10. And I got, I think, 4 from you, 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 of them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, really good dude. Good
Yeah,
dude.
You want to start buying in Flint, Bud?
I'm still looking. I do get you guys the email, email all the time. I'm still looking. I actually would, I'm looking. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there's Flint, Saginaw. There's like a ton of submarkets like Detroit. But I mean, if you have them all in one place, there's nothing wrong with that too. And you obviously got Todd in Detroit, so
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm just moving out. Yeah, I was in the living room with the TV on. So I got a couple in Detroit and a couple in Inkster, but I'm looking to get into like more secure markets. To be honest with you, I know the prices. You have to pay a little more to get like into the different markets. But my question with Flint is that how is the water? Water issues. I know a couple of years back there were some issues with the water and with the piping. Is it the process of getting taken care of, or
yeah, that's a good question. So that happened in 2016.
Yes.
And that's they pretty much already redid all the pipes and everything. There's nobody currently being negatively affected by it. They pretty much redid all the pipes in the city going out to the houses and everything that were affected. So I'm in Flint every single day. I'm talking to homeowners every day. Like, there was a while where when I was looking in houses, people weren't drinking out of the water. They would have a ton of water bottles next to their bathroom because they would shower with them. They just didn't want anything to do with the water. But I haven't heard anybody mention the water in a year. So it's pretty much taken care of. If that answers your question. Like, I have a ton of rentals too, and I don't have any issues with them. The city is not, making sure like, oh, is this house safe to drink the water? Like, it's all taken care of pretty much.
Okay. So you're an investor. You do have rentals in Flint.
Yeah, I want to say about 7 in the city of Flint, and then I have some in the suburbs as well of Flint.
Okay. And do you manage them yourself, or you have a management company that does take care of that?
So I only manage one in Flint myself because it's just the tenants, like I get along with the tenant really well, and he's like just the nicest guy ever, pays on time. His rent's only $400 a month for a 3-bedroom house. It's just I manage that. Everything else a property management company manages because I suck at managing houses. So I just handed it all off to them. I had one lady, she didn't pay for 7 months and I never filed for 6 months and I never filed for eviction on her. I just was, I guess, too lazy. So I was like, okay, it's worth me paying a company $40 a month for the $400 a month rent to not miss out on 6 months of rent, so I just gave them up. And that was a good decision for sure. A super good decision.
Okay. I mean, Todd knows I like the burst strategy. I kind of like to force the equity in something. I don't like the turnkey. I prefer to, buy something and fix it up and do that because I just feel like you force equity into that. If I were to, Todd knows, he recommends if I were to buy something in Flint, would you recommend like a good contracting company? Because I have my management company does have an office in Flint. So they have one in Detroit and Flint. I use Gabriel. Todd recommend Gabriel Property Management.
Yeah.
So they have I think one of their offices in Flint. So they manage a couple for me in Detroit. So I wouldn't have a problem with the management, but as far as the contracting, like a contractor to do the repairs.
I know. So I believe Gabriel Management's based out of Flint. I sell them. I mean, I know the owner of Gabriel Management. I sell him houses. I sold him 2 in January. So they have a lot of contractors out here. I don't know. I know they do a lot of the turnkey model, so they use their contractors for that. I don't know if they would offer them to you. I guess you have to ask them. Do they do that for you then? Will they give you bids for your kind of burrs in Detroit?
No, they only do the maintenance, like the small, but like the renovation, I have people, but I don't know from, if my contractor want to go from Detroit or Inkster to Flint, I'm not sure is it an hour and a half? Drive?
45 minutes to an hour. It just, it depends where in Detroit you are, but yeah, about an hour.
Okay.
I do know a guy who could do it. He does quite a few flips for me. He's my property manager. My property manager's son. He's a GC, so he could do jobs for you for sure. Because I don't need him for, I don't need him for that many jobs. So, and he does a good job. He's very organized. He's kind of like mid-range pricing, but he's super organized. It's all automated, so it would be somebody that you could 100% trust. Not to screw you over, at least, being that you're out of state. Like that would be tough to do from out of state, but yeah, I can hook you up with somebody out here if you needed somebody.
Thanks, Carson. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Todd, I'm planning to come down this year. I haven't made a trip last year because of COVID, but I got my shot, so I'm fully, protected. I'm hopefully in the spring or early summer, I'm probably going to make a trip. But of course, I'll let you know because I would like to do a little tour. We always do a little tour to see what you have and what you don't have, and what what your input is.
Yep, for sure. All right, man. Let me know.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome.
But how has Gabriel Management been for you, Detroit?
It's been good. They're managing three for me. They're okay. They're fine.
Seems like that's what you kind of have to settle for with property management companies. Like they're okay. They get the job done.
You know what? To be honest with you, I hate to say this, man. I've been doing this for the past 12 years. And I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket. I have 3 property management that I just, like to get different ideas because, I feel like if I give one company all, I might get a better, cheaper, percentage, but I'm not at, 8, 7, 9%, saving $20 or $30 here. I just prefer to have it, different companies. And so I could compare and contrast, and see who's performing what, because, I might get an exterminator that goes out and charge, $200, whereas another exterminator might go and charge, 100 or 125. So those are things that, you see where you could save. $75 is, you could save that. That's their management fee that you're charging. So I just like to get 2 or 3 of them even with contractors. Sometimes I would get 3 or 4 bids on a job I just like to save money. That's all.
100%, man. That makes sense. Yeah, that's smart. I know people who do that in Flint with Gabriel. Actually, they have a couple with him, a couple with some other people. So
yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, Garner Property Management has 3 for me, and Gabriel has 3, and there's another guy that I've known for quite some time. He's doing 4 for me. So I have 10 total in Detroit and Inkster.
Hey, Bud, I just put in the comments another property manager, Detroit area. Really great guy. I know a lot of people have great things to say about him that he's managing them. He's a really good hands-on. He has a good team behind him. And he's helping investors out of state find houses, or he just manages them. He could help fix them if needed. So really, really good dude.
Thanks, Doc. Thank you.
Good guy.
Yeah. It's all build. I'm trying, like I like to build my team, but sometimes I like to get a little, more, because in that way, if it's like in a relationship, not everything, works out the best. Sometimes you have to have, plan B for certain things. So, and I've been investing in the Detroit market. I think I mentioned Todd. I don't mean to pour on you guys and take up your time on your call, but for the past, I started 2009 when Detroit was really burned down. Like when I first toured there, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. So I like the market. I like the prices. I like the cash flow. A lot of people, on some of the podcasts are, putting Detroit out, but it has ups and downs, but I just like, and I feel the appreciation even from the prices that I paid in 2012, 13 to now. Even the ones I bought from Todd, Todd, the Christie and Lawton, and those are, they're up in value now. Whatever I pay for them from you, bought them from you, I put, maybe 12, 15 into the renovation, some a little more, but the prices are up, and you could get it once you get a good tenant there, could stay 2-3 years, you're good.
Yep.
Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. I saw it in the chat. I'm gonna screenshot it and hold on to Tim's
Yeah,
number.
for sure. Thank you, man.
Thank you. You're welcome. Anytime, buddy. How is Junior doing?
Good.
All right. Give him my regards.
Thank you. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Any issues going on right now, or any wins? Come on, man. You don't want to hear Carson talking all night. Let's go.
I might get that house around the block for me. I think I got him down to a decent price. Kind of similar to the one that I bought for myself. 3.2, but it's got a kitchen in the basement, which is kind of strange. The upstairs kitchen is like kind of small, but it has a kitchen in the basement. So I'm trying to work out a deal on that. The guy's got a doctor's appointment in a few days, so he wants to handle it after that, but might be able to knock a deal out of that one here soon.
Sweet, man.
What are you going to do with it? You're going to flip it, rent it, or wholesale it?
Probably gonna wholesale it. I've been talking to the guy that bought that house for me in Wayne last year. He might be interested in it, but I'm just kind of playing it by ear. It is a really nice house, kind of the same potential as the one that I bought. So I don't know. It's kind of up in the air still.
No, man, definitely run it. Let me know before you give Brian a number, so I can see if that's don't underprice it. Pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Because when you're I sell to pocket buyers all the time. Just make sure you're not underpricing it, because you just want them to buy it, so you don't have to market it. Because that's a hot area. I just got a lead in Lincoln Park today, actually. I was going to see if you could maybe put a lockbox on there. How far are you from Lincoln Park, Matt?
10 minutes, if that. I can creep by there if you want. Let me know.
Cool, man. Yeah, we'll do. It's a 4-bedroom, no, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, for like $30K. So.
Where at? What street, you know?
Let me figure out the street name.
Is it vacant or rented?
It's vacant. It's Arlington Avenue.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's not far from me at all.
Yeah, bro. Sweet. Yeah, I'll let you know. We haven't contracted it yet, so
Cool.
I've been starting to get out into the Detroit market more. Kind of getting sucked out that way.
Yeah,
So
about
many
to buy a house out
people-
this way.
Huh?
About to buy a house out this way. Planting roots.
I might, man. I don't know. It's probably time I move out of my parents' house. So I don't know.
Ain't making too
We'll
much money
see.
there. What's the point?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Someday.
In Lincoln Park, you got to look at the basement walls. Definitely, I know, just make sure they're good. There's no cracks. They're not bowing. And if they are, you could still negotiate it. It all depends on how bad it is. So.
No, I asked the guy, because it's another wholesaler. I said, does it have a basement? He was like, yeah, but I don't have any pictures of it, because he's in Arizona. So I'm waiting. If they contract it, I'm just gonna start bringing buyers through and getting their feedback. It sounds like a plan to me. And if they all come in 20K less than what I'm asking, then I'll just sell it for less, So we're gonna try to get it at 25, sell for 50 type thing, because it looks like the ARV is always around 100 to 110 in Lincoln Park. from what I've noticed, at least.
Yeah, that area unfortunately isn't the most desirable of the downriver cities. Still decent though.
Good rental area, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I'll send you some info on that house around the block from me too, Carson.
Cool, man. Do they have a mortgage on it?
No, it's free and clear. There's some old dude. He's just got to split it with his 2 sisters. So.
Ooh, that's good, man. I did a deal in January that I kept as a rental. My contractors actually just finished it up. It's gorgeous, man. I feel like you walked through this house. There's one with all the stuff in it. You remember that?
The old antique stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. I finally, my guys are done there, so I'm thinking I'll be able to get $1,100 a month out of it.
Really?
It's super nice, yeah. But that one was 5 kids who owned it because their dad passed. So, or no, it was 4, and then there was a stepbrother who they thought had rights to it. But anyway, when I was negotiating, they wanted 46 was their first number, and I could have gotten them lower because it needed a lot more work than I thought. But I said, look, you know, I'll do 36, and that's only $2,500 less for each of you.
Yeah.
And it's a $10,000 less offer, but they're not going to think of it like that because it's literally only $2,500 difference.
Yeah.
And they're none of them were well, there's one of them that was local, and so they were like, okay, this kid's offering $2,500 below asking for my portion at least. Why wouldn't I just say yes and get it done with? You know, because they were motivated. So that was use that when negotiating with him. Don't say I'll give you, if he wants 150, just spell it out for him when you offer him $100,000. You know,
Right.
well, it's only 15 less in your pocket because
Mhm.
that helped. And he even brought it up in a later conversation, like, yeah, you know, it was only a couple thousand less for each of us. So just something to think about.
Yeah,